It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The Colorado head coach told me before the game he is concerned going to an environment like this. One of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Razorbacks ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Perry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside. It's Welch. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Second down coming up. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Let's see if they can beat the play clock this time after the delay. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Lewis to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Play action with Lewis. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
3rd down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this 3rd down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the 4th down. Nice start for this defense.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The run inside. It's Smith. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw. Got his man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the middle. Got his man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
Whooping, going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts. Big swing!
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Perry. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out. You're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running inside, it's Smith. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here's the pressure, and it's a sack.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Complete. Snags it, and he's open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's
makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And this this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Just one of those mistakes. It can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The run inside. It's Welsh. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Throwing, Lewis. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Atkins. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Young. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Lewis to throw. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a...
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bucks! Great job by the back on the option.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
It makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Ready. Wide 80.
Jackson gonna throw it. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Open on the right side, that's Smith. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. And the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Lewis throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down. And
lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Lewis wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Moore. On the move at the 30. He's loose. He races all the way down to the 11-yard line before they finally get him out of bounds.
well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, it's Welch. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The Razorbacks take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Hawkins. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Jackson will throw. Open on the left side is Smith.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Using his legs to buy some time. Wide open downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're looking to pass from the red zone.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing halves.
Up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring. He'll bring it out. It's Perry. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Here's Lewis to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Running inside, it's Smith. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson gonna throw it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Run in the red zone, it's Young. Might have a chance. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Throwing, Lewis. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Here's Lewis. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's a fumble on the play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from... They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
At the 20, he's got space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, it's fun to be a QB when you can get the ball out and your guys can make plays like that. You're in the corner of your own end zone. You don't like where you're at. You need some space. And he says, I got this. Just give me the ball. And he absolutely does. After the catch, create some space, and now you're out of the shadow of your own end zone.
Bringing the heat. Puts it on at midfield. Got the first down himself. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
This is exactly why nobody wants a Jesse Palmer. You want quarterbacks that can do that. Look at him, pick him up, put him down, just chewing up yards. It was supposed to be a pass, now turns it into a huge gain. Jesse Palmer never could do that.
The inside handoff. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Here we go.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Jackson will throw. They've got the screen set up. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Look, you would love to have gotten the touchdown there, but at this point, just take the lead with the field goal.
And it's so hard because you've been thinking aggressive. Let's stretch this lead out. Now you got to think, hey, I got to make them score a touchdown, get a field goal right here, and rely on my defense.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter and take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Lewis. Quick completion on the out. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, defensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. And they're able to make the tackle.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Jackson gonna throw it. Release to the back. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this way to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That's what I'm talking about. What a clutch play. You had to have a play on defense. You needed to get the ball back to your offense, forcing the interception, forcing them to throw the football late in the game. Nice job by this defense. Let's give the offense a turn now.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Here's Lewis to throw. Under fire. Hauls it in.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Young. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense
snags it, and there's running room. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. That false start might prove to be really costly as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Lewis. He's going to take off. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understand the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs. And he hooked it. Missed it badly to the left. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those.
beautiful Colorado Springs and Falcon Stadium. It's the Navy midshipmen and the Air Force Falcons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, it is a wild scene here down on the field. The home coach has told me pregame, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Bringing it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route, and the quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And defensively on third down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Navy! Special teams proving to be special. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Wide receiver going in motion. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game.
Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. And there he goes. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll operate out of split backs. Looking to throw, it's Woodson. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Turning it on. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Number 99, set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off play action on first down. Fires left. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to...
There's some room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Falcons just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. He's got it way down the field. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And then what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. It's complete to the left. And he's dragged down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Air Force. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point was good. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Looking to throw, it's Woodson. Pulls it in, it's Hutchinson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. We reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Goes to the option. Pulls it on the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just
for the first down. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, you know, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looks as if he's going to run it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Pocket breaking down. Finds the big tight end. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Navy operating with a fresh set of downs after that last completion. They'll move the wide receiver. Could be enough. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Navy!
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Looking downfield, it's Woodson. Got his man on the right. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man. It's Pickett. At the 35, he's loose. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They knock him down right there.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Spits it out to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Falcons have a lot of options on second and inches. On the option. Can't get him to the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. On second and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Looking to fire. Rushes on him, and down he goes. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got him downfield. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop. And
he's going for it all. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it, so the windows are not.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They make the stop. It'll be fourth down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. just about ready to start the second half. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on the option. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bryant. Maybe a crease. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Navy, after that huge run, might just try to run it right at him again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Woodson. A strike downfield. Got enough space. Touchdown, midshipman. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys.